Hello and welcome into Crawford Stadium for tonight's matchup between the North Penn Knights and the William Tennent Panthers here on North Penn Television. North Penn comes in at 6-2, William Tennent at 0-8. For North Penn Television, I'm Jake Lobrecht. Alongside me, Anis Gardesi, and the third member of our broadcast team, Eric Jessberger, is down on the sideline. Eric, take it away.
Hello, I'm Eric Jessberger. I'll be sideline reporting for you guys. I'll be keeping you updated on some sideline updates, injuries, scores, and we'll present to you a halftime report with Coach Beck. Back up to studio.
Thanks, Eric. Appreciate it. We'll look forward to your reports with Coach Beck. And if there's any injuries, we'll be sure to check back in with you with the training staff. So we have a great game in store here at Crawford Stadium. It's Childhood Cancer Awareness Night here at Crawford Stadium. All profits going towards the research and to look for a cure. As you can see, many students in the student section, as you just saw prior, supporting the North Penn Blue Childhood Cancer T-shirts that were sold throughout the week at North Penn.
And as you just saw on your screen, that was Steve DePaul warming up his arm. We're expecting to see him at the quarterback position tonight.
DePaul and the Knights are having a great start, a great finish to their season, rather. They started 0-2, and since then they have had 6 straight victories against opponents, and they come in tonight at 6-2. So we'll look to see if they can clinch a victory against William Tennent. And actually, if they clinch tonight's victory, they will be the first seed in their conference going into the playoffs.
That is correct, and it looks like that is Dakota Warity kicking it off for the Panthers. And right behind Gorski, picked up, looks like that's Riccardi. And stopped short of the 30-yard line.
Kick return by number 25, David Riccardi. Tackle by number 34, Drew Ford.
And it does look like DePaul will be the quarterback tonight. And they're on the 28-yard line.
From the 28.
And DePaul takes the ball, fakes the handoff, looking for the pass. And he has, looks like that was Owen Thomas.
The pass from Steve DePaul is complete to
And that was a complete pass.
Gain of 17 yards.
Thomas gets 17 yards and a first down for the Knights. As Steve DePaul is 1-for-1 passing so far.
From the 45.
Now the Knights on the 45-yard line. And the Knights will get in formation. And DePaul, a pass back, and that's KJ Cartwright running up the middle. He's past the 50. Will stiff arm and run out of bounds. And there is a flag on the play. And we'll await the call from the official. And the penalty is on North Penn. And it looks like that was a personal foul against the Knights, so they will be moving back after that run by Cartwright.
Personal foul, defensive player, 19 blue, still first down.
So that's a crushing defeat for the Knights. They now lose 15 yards. They're taken back into their own territory on the 39 with 11 left in this first quarter.
And DePaul back to Cartwright once again. And he's approaching the 50, crossing the 50. And it looks like he'll just go out of bounds.
So good job by Cartwright on the carry. Getting the first down and making up for the penalty and going the other way for the Knights into William Tennent territory.
And that's a gain of 24 yards on the play. And right now they are on the Panthers' 37-yard line. And the snap to DePaul. Fakes the handoff, looking for the pass. Deep pass, that's Catanzaro. Makes the catch, and that is a 37-yard touchdown for North Penn.
And just like that, with just about a minute and 11 gone in this first quarter, North Penn strikes early to go up 6-0 from Steve DePaul to A.J. Catanzaro. Now Catanzaro will go out to hold the snap. Thomas snapping, and McNamara to kick the extra point for the Knights.
Kelly McNamara enters for the point out. A.J. Catanzaro with the hold.
And the kick by McNamara is good. North Penn now leads 7-0. And let's take a look at that play again. Paul will fake the handoff, and that's a long pass. This is 37 yards to Catanzaro. Keeps up his speed and just travels right into the end zone. And we're just under 11 minutes into this game. North Penn already on the board.
Cafe offers a wide variety of delicious foods, including amazing hot sandwiches like smoked pulled pork and fresh grilled Philly-style cheesesteaks from the pros at Pigs.
It's a great start for the Knights, already up 7-0 over William Tennent.
Snacks including hot chocolate and coffee. We also have Chick-fil-A sandwiches, pizza, hot dogs, pretzels, popcorn, and walking tacos. Well, sure to find something that meets your hunger.
And as we mentioned earlier in this game, it is Childhood Cancer Night here at Crawford Stadium. That's why you see some of the players with yellow gloves and yellow tape on their wrists. And it looks like William Tennent is also sporting some pink attire here tonight. And Kelly McNamara is going to be kicking it off for the Knights momentarily.
It's the tight end side, so it should have been Delgado and Santiago high.
And the kick by McNamara, that's deep. Going back, caught by the Panthers. Looks like that's north. And brought down just before the 40.
Kick returned by number 7, Eddie North. North Penn tackled by number 20, Jerry Lester. 30-yard return from William Tennent. First down and 10 for the Panthers.
And that was a 30-yard return there on the 37-yard line.
Cover one right here, cover one.
And the snap.
A long pass. Almost caught there by Jake Herbert, but the pass is incomplete, and that's Mitchell Vierling at the quarterback position, as we just saw. An interesting play to start out here at Crawford Stadium.
That was a great defensive play by John Haynes for the Knights, as Vierling was going long to start off William Tennent, trying to catch North Penn defense sleeping. But John Haynes saved the day for the Knights and kept them with a 2nd and 10, ball on the 37, 10:36 left in this first quarter.
And a man in motion. The snap to Vierling, and he's going to hand it off, but immediately his running back is just stuffed. The initial tackle there. That was Sean Bragan with the carry. Not successful. It's actually going to result in a loss of 2. And a man in motion again. The snap to Vierling. Looks like it's going to be another pass. And almost caught. That was a jumping catch, at least a jumping catch attempt by Dan Goods, but that's going to be incomplete. Bringing up 4th down and 12. It looks like they're going to be punting at this point.
And that was Eric Laughlin and John Haynes on the coverage for the Knights. The forces 4th down and 12 with 9:46 left in this first quarter.
A high snap to Werdy, back all the way to the 5-yard line where he'll recover the ball.
And since he fell onto the ball, that's where North Penn will get possession as he downed the ball. It looks like the 5-yard line. It's North Penn with a fortuitous play there. They now start on the 5-yard line.
Let's check out that replay. Extremely over his head, and that is just not good for William Tennent. North Penn now on the 5-yard line.
First and goal for North Penn. Officially from the 6.
And officially that's going to be from the 6-yard line. A very dangerous spot for the Knights to be for the Panthers. DePaul takes the snap. Looks like he hands off and flags on the play as expected. That was Cartwright with the carry. It looks like he was pulled from behind and his helmet just came flying off. So we'll await the official call.
Flags on the play.
And immediately Cartwright's taken out of the game and Bowski come to replace.
Against William Tennent.
Personal foul. Face mask, white. Still first down.
So with the face mask, half the distance to the goal for the Knights. First down and 3, 9:33 left in this first quarter.
Now the Knights on the 3-yard line. Back pass. And immediately just thrown out of bounds. That pass was to Dars Bowski.
North Penn carried by number 7, Dars Bowski. Gain of 1 on the play.
And a gain of 1 from
Second down
Bowski.
and goal for the Knights. From the 2.
Now 2nd and 2 from the goal line. The Knights get in formation. And DePaul is going to pass it off behind him to KJ Cartwright, and he runs it 2 yards into the end zone.
Cartwright with the carry for North Penn.
With a 2-yard touchdown grab for the Knights. Cartwright's up to 26 rushing yards already in this first quarter, and a touchdown leading North Penn now leads 13-0.
Number 41, Kelly McNamara enters for the point after. A.J. Catanzaro with the hold.
And now Thomas is going to snap to Catanzaro. Catanzaro to hold and McNamara to kick it for the extra point.
And the extra point is good. North Penn now leads 14-0. And let's see a replay of that touchdown. Cartwright with coverage on him, still able to make it into the end zone. And that is why North Penn leads 14-0 with 8:42 left in the first quarter.
Now we're going to throw it down to our sideline reporter, Eric, at Jessberger. What's the atmosphere like with the Knights currently up 14-0 with 8 minutes left to go in this first quarter?
It's great going on right now. You got cheerleaders up, jumping around. You got players all down there hype, and with a 14-0 lead early, with a lot of great opportunities for the Knights to score, we got a great atmosphere down here. Fans, great support out here tonight.
Thank you, Eric. As you can see, Eric was right. A lot of people came out to support the Knights. The student section is absolutely packed, not only with fans, but with the marching band, pep band. And as you can see, most kids are wearing the childhood cancer shirt that Key Club has been selling all week here at the high school. And McNamara will kick it off. And that's Eddie North on the return.
Tennent kick return by number 7, Eddie North. 15-yard return.
Here's a replay. McNamara just kicking it downfield, and then North takes it back for the Panthers. They're going to start at the 36-yard line.
And the Panthers snap to Vierling. He hands it off. And that was another carry by Sean Bragan. But first, let's take a look at the Knights' defensive lineup.
Gain of 19 yards of play. First down and 10 for William Tennent from the 45-yard line.
And that was a 19-yard gain for Bragan. As you can see, Thomas, the starting linebacker, followed by Intrury and Darzbowski at cornerback, with John Haynes as well, as we get set for the next play for the Panthers.
The snap to Vierling. He's going to hand it off immediately once again. And North Penn with the block. Nathan Brown on the initial tackle.
North Penn tackled by number 87, Owen Gillespie. Loss of 1 on the play. Second down and 11 for William Tennent from their own 44-yard strike.
And the snap to Vierling. Hands it off again. And that's Owen Thomas with the immediate tackle. And then he has some reinforcement.
Sean Bragan. North Penn tackled by number 3.
And again, that was Bragan with the carry.
Loss of 2 on
That's going to be a loss of 2. So the last play was a loss of 1. That's a loss of 2. As you can see, Owen Thomas initially tackles, and then Owen Gillespie will follow through.
And out of the 4 carries for Bragan, he's had 3 carries for a loss of yardage for the Panthers, as the North Penn defensive line has done a stellar job so far.
And with the pass, brought down, takes a little bit more effort, but initially brought down by Shamar Edwards. That was a pass to Eddie North. There's going to be a gain of 4 on the play. That brings up 4th down and 9. Check out a replay. He's wide open, but initially stopped by Shamar Edwards. And then Owen Gillespie with the help. Looks like we're going to punt at this point. Henley makes the catch. Trying to go up the line. A flag on the play. Going up the other side of the field at this point. And Henley keeps going. He's at the 20, 10, and North Penn touchdown.
And there is a flag all the way back at the 28-yard line in North Penn territory. We'll await the call from the official. And the North Penn offense is coming out to the field. Looks like it's on North Penn. So here's the replay. There you see Henley taking the return, and there you see the illegal block. This is right about there. As you can see, the flag was thrown in by the back judge at the 28-yard line. Here's the official call.
After the change of possession, block in the back, blue, first down blue.
First down and 10 for North Penn from their own 19.
So it's going to be first down and 10 from the North Penn 19. They still lead 14-0. Just under 6 minutes left in the quarter. And DePaul passing back to Cartwright. Cartwright running up the left side of the field. One man to beat. And he's going to be forced out of bounds.
31 rush for Cartwright as he pushed out of bounds. They're actually marking him down at the 49. So just 30 on the return for Cartwright. There you see cutting to the outside, and then he just had one man to beat at midfield, and that was number 3, Santiago, and that's where he got pushed out of bounds at the 49, so first down for the Knights.
Now the Knights on their own 49-yard line. DePaul. Looked like that was back to Cartwright.
Number 37, KJ Cartwright with the carry for North Penn. Tennent tackle by number 72, Jacob.
And that'll take them to William Tennent territory
Gain of 2 yards.
with a gain of 2 on the play.
Down and 8 for North Penn. From the William Tennent.
And as you can see, Cartwright just stopped short. And DePaul looking for the pass. And he has Anthony Andrews. Takes a little bit to bring him down, but that is a deep pass. Puts them around the 15-yard line.
Is complete to number 4, Anthony Andrews.
And let's check out that replay. Spot on pass from DePaul. And Andrews stays on his feet enough to gain a few more yards.
First and 10 for the Knights from the 15.
And that was 33 yards from DePaul to Andrews, as North Penn is now on the 15-yard line with 4:50 left to go in this first quarter.
And the handoff to Andrews, and he is stuffed in the middle, not able to gain too much yardage on that play.
Gain of 2 yards on the play. Second down
And he gained 2 yards on that play.
from the Tennent.
And Andrews now has 35 all-purpose yards for the Knights with just about 4:10 left in this first quarter. 2nd and 8, ball on the 13 for the Knights.
And to DePaul, he's running forward to the right and into the end zone. Actually, that was Henley. And that is a 13-yard touchdown for Henley.
So Justice Henley strikes for the Knights. 20-0 now the score early on in this first quarter with the special teams unit. Thomas going to snap to Catanzaro. Catanzaro to hold for McNamara for the extra point to the Knights. And the kick is up and good. North Penn now up 21-0 early on in this first quarter.
And let's check out that replay. Henley was in at the quarterback position, and he immediately flies out to his right and just able to get a foot in the end zone.
And that was Jake Herbert, number 11 for the Panthers, who tried to tackle him right at the 1 or 2 yard line, but unsuccessful. And Henley strikes for the Knights.
So already with just under 4 minutes left until only the first quarter is over, North Penn is already up 21-0. So scoring in the first quarter, the first touchdown was a pass to Catanzaro for 37 yards. And then KJ Cartwright ran for 2 yards, and that last play was Henley running for 13 yards. And this has all happened in the first quarter. And McNamara gets ready to kick off for the Knights. As I mentioned, just under 4 minutes left to go until the second quarter. And the kick is deep. And it looks like that's North with the return. Pushing out to the outsides, still on his feet. And now he's just being pushed back by the Knights. The ball is free. The refs are blowing the whistle. And it looks like North took it to about the 25-yard line.
Yeah, North was down by contact, and then the ball was ripped out by Riccardi for the Knights. But since he was already down, William Tennent maintains possession. 3:40 left in this first half.
And they're going to get possession at the 27-yard line. And snap to Veerley, and he's going to hand off. And immediately stopped there. That was Bragan with the carry, but taken down by Nathan Brown, as you can see in that replay. That's a loss of 2 on the play, which brings up 2nd and 12.
And that's the 4th carry for Bragan. That has been a carry for a loss of yards. He now only has 12 yards after his big 19-yard run early on in this first quarter has been taken back because of yards lost by good tackles by the North Penn defensive line.
The snap to Veerling, hands off again. And it looks like another unsuccessful run for the Panthers, immediately stopped there by North Penn. Again, Bragan with the carry. And a loss of 1. 3rd down and 13 now for the Panthers, and they're just digging themselves deeper into their own territory. They're on their own 24-yard line. And the snap to Veerling, hands off again. And it looks like Bragan's able to gain a few yards.
And White and Lachlan there for the tackle for the Knights. That was a 2-yard gain for Bragan, but it still brings up 4th down and 11. Ball on the 26-yard line with 1:50 left to go in the first quarter.
Check out a replay. Immediately tackled, only a gain of 2, but at least it's not a loss for the Panthers. And Warity will punt. Henley with the reception, and will hold it there.
Fair catch received at the 47-yard line for the Knights.
27-yard punt. 1st down and 10 for North Penn.
That'll bring up 1st and 10 for North Penn at the 47-yard line. And the snap to DePaul. Looks like a pass. A long pass just misses John Haynes. And he did have Anthony Andrews wide open to his right.
And DePaul looked right at Andrews and then decided to go down to Haynes. Here's our offensive lineup. North Penn offense has really done a stellar job so far, so we're finally getting to look at the offensive lineup for the Knights, headed by Steve DePaul. The quarterback, followed with John Haynes, Catanzaro, and Henley at the wide receiver. Here for the next play, Henley in motion.
And to DePaul, pass to Henley, slips out of his fingertips. Almost intercepted there by the Panthers, but it will be an incomplete pass, bringing up 3rd down and 10. And he totally had Henley, just wasn't able to keep it in his hands. And the Knights still on the 47-yard line, which is pretty good position for them to be in as they get ready for the snap. And DePaul looks like he's looking for a pass. Long pass to Catanzaro. He makes the catch. What an amazing play by Catanzaro. And that takes them deep into Panthers territory. Let's check out a replay. See the long pass, and Catanzaro has to move to catch up with it. And he's able to make that play for a gain of 38 yards. And now the Knights on the 15-yard line after that play from DePaul to Catanzaro.
Catanzaro now has 75 receiving yards for the Knights, and DePaul up to 88
DePaul,
passing yards.
the handoff, that's a handoff to Cartwright, but multiple flags on the play.
Dead ball. Full start. Offense. 5 yards. Still first down.
5-yard penalty brings up first down.
And it's going to be a 5-yard penalty for a false start on the Knights, taking them back to the 20-yard line. Still not a bad position to be. As you can see, Cartwright not that happy that that play was called. But they're still in 20-yard line. Not too much to complain about here. Just under a minute left to go until the second half. And to DePaul, fakes the handoff to Cartwright, and he'll run it out to the right side out of bounds. Immediately felt pressure by the Panthers. And that was actually Henley, not DePaul, in at the quarterback position. It looks like the Knights are already starting to switch things up, showing how deep their bench is, the fact that they can do that. Check out the replay. Henley immediately just has to run out of bounds. And no gain on that play, which brings up 2nd and 15, still on the 20. And it looks like that's DePaul back out there for the Knights. So the snap to DePaul, looking deep. He's going to travel back a little bit and just have to throw that one out of bounds. He was feeling the pressure there by Ryan McEwen from the Panthers. Now that brings up 3rd and 15 from the 20.
DePaul now 3 for 6 in passing attempts, 88 yards total for DePaul so far, with 37 seconds left in this first quarter. 21-0 North Penn in the lead.
And DePaul flag on the play. Looks like that's going to be on the Knights.
Full start. Offense. 5 yards. Still third down.
Another false start on the Knights. It's going to bring him back to the 25-yard line for 3rd and 20. And as you can see in that replay, the Knights not happy about that second call on them, almost back-to-back. And the snap to DePaul. He'll travel to his left, looking for a pass deep. And it looks like they're going to call that pass complete to Catanzaro.
Great reception by Catanzaro on the play. As we take a look at this replay, 22 yards for Catanzaro as DePaul rolled out. Catanzaro made sure he got 2 feet in bounds, and then he reeled it in for the Knights. They now put them at the 2-yard line.
And what a great way to escape that 3rd and 20 position that the Knights were in after that pass to Catanzaro that we've seen multiple times tonight. And DePaul. And that is a touchdown for the Knights. And that was Cartwright with the touchdown.
That's Cartwright's 2nd 2-yard rushing touchdown for the Knights. He now has 60 total rushing yards. 2 of them, as I just mentioned, are touchdowns. 27-0 North Penn in the lead. And Thomas to snap to Catanzaro. McNamara to kick the extra point, and it's good.
North Penn now up 28-0, but let's quick look at that replay. He's tackled, but he's able to get the ball just in front of him and over the line, resulting in the 4th touchdown of the night. Once again, it's only the first quarter. And I'm sure most people were expecting a game like this tonight, as North Penn came into this game with a record of 6-2, and William Tennent came in 0-8. And as we mentioned, we do have Eric here for North Penn TV on the sidelines tonight, bringing us all the action. So we're going to check in with him at halftime and see if we can get a player or two before halftime to talk about how the game has been going. So we'll check in with Eric to see if he's got a player in just a few moments. McNamara getting ready to kick it off for the Knights.
And the reception by North. He's going to break a few tackles and then finally be tackled at the 30-yard line.
12-yard return for William Tennent. First down and 10 for the Panthers.
And it's going to be 1st down and 10 for the Panthers. On the 29-yard line for the Panthers. And the snap to Verlaine. Passing out. That pass was to Goods. And immediate pressure from the Knights. The initial tackle by Bowski.
North Penn tackle by number 7, Dars Bowski. Gain of 2 yards.
And there's a gain of 2 yards on the play as Verlaine
End of the first quarter here at Crawford Stadium.
comes back out to the field, but that does it for the first quarter. North Penn leads 28-0.
Tonight's game will be aired on North Penn Television, Comcast Channel 28, and Verizon Channel 29. The broadcast will air tonight following the conclusion of the game and can be seen again throughout the week. North Penn Television, bringing this.
So North Penn now leading 28-0 early on. Now approaching the second quarter. Good first half by the Knights.
And let's check out some scoring plays. That's AJ Catanzaro with the first touchdown of the night. And then we'll see this next one, 2 yards by Cartwright, just rushing right into the end zone. And this next one was when Justice Henley was actually in the quarterback position, and he'll run it 13 yards into the end zone. Almost pushed out of bounds, but stays in. And then this last one comes with only 24 seconds left in the first quarter, and that's a diving play by Cartwright, his second touchdown of the night. And William Tennent on the 31-yard line. First down. Getting ready to start out the second quarter. They have been kept from the scoreboard the whole entire first quarter, so I'm sure they're looking to get on it here in the second before halftime. But let's check in with.
And now the quarterback drops back looking downfield, and the pass is incomplete. And we're now going to throw it down to Eric Jesberger, who has Matt Bevan, the starting center for the Knights.
Oh, Matt Bevan, how are you doing tonight?
Doing good.
Just checking in. You guys are looking great out there tonight. How are you doing out there?
We're doing all right. Doing well on offense. Defense is playing well. Going as we planned.
That's great. Game plan going into the game, definitely succeeding. What did Coach talk to you about before?
He talked about doing our jobs, playing good football, playing good, not making any mental mistakes. I think we're doing really well on that right now.
All right, thank you. Throw it back up. Thank you, Matt.
Thanks a lot, Eric. Really appreciate your input on the sideline. And from Matt Bevan, and we get set for 3rd down and 8 for the Panthers here in the second quarter.
And they're still on the 31-yard line to Verlaine. Fairlane looks like he's about to pass, and this is a long pass coming out to the sides, a lot of coverage, and that's an interception by Justice Henley. What a great play by North Penn, and there was so much coverage over there. 2 Knights and 2 Panthers, and it was Justice Henley who got the interception, leaping up into the air.
And Darzbowski was also in the area for the Knights, as the ball was just a little overthrown by Vierling. And Justice Henley made him pay on the error.
Let's check out a replay. Who wouldn't want to see that again? As you can see, Bowski and Henley in the area, but it's Henley who grabs it. And that's an interception. The first play of the second quarter, already North Penn showing domination.
And that pass was intended to number 28, Goods, but Henley comes down with it. Now DePaul, due to Henley, puts a stiff arm there and pushed out of bounds into William Tennent territory for the Knights.
Let's check out a replay. DePaul to Henley, and already in Panthers territory. It's a gain of 11 on the play, taking them to the Panthers 46. And DePaul under center. And DePaul wide to Andrews and just a little low. Hits the ground. Incomplete pass.
And DePaul feeling the pressure immediately by 3 defensive linemen for the Panthers. And that incomplete pass brings them to 5 and 9. 5 completions on 9 attempts for 121 passing yards. That's outstanding in just 1 quarter.
And I don't know if you guys could see on that replay, but that was a great fake right by DePaul. He had Andrews wide open. The execution just wasn't there. And DePaul now going deep, and he's going to be sacked. That sack was by Yusuf Alandiov.
And that's almost 10 yards that the Knights lose on the sack.
Let's check out the replay. Immediately brought down. Great pressure put on by the Panthers. DePaul had almost no options in that situation.
They're actually going to mark that as 9 yards on the sack for the Panthers. Now 3rd and 19 back into North Penn territory, ball on the 45.
So now they are pushed back to their 45. DePaul is going to go back to 5. That's Henley. Actually, it looks like that's Anthony Andrews.
Yeah, Henley was in that quarterback on that play, and Anthony Andrews drug a defender. And they get close to the first down marker. I think they're just shy. But nonetheless, here you saw DePaul handing off, rather passing to Anthony Andrews. And Andrews does the rest as he gets upfield, gaining about 17 yards on the play.
Gain of 18 yards on the play. 4th down and 2 for North Penn.
That puts the ball on the Panthers' 38-yard line, brings up 4th down and 2. And DePaul back at quarterback, looking for his pass options. A deep pass down to Henley, a one-handed catch, and that's a North Penn touchdown, 38 yards for Henley after that pass from DePaul.
And what a great snag by Justice Henley.
This replay is going to be amazing. That was a one-handed catch by Henley as DePaul had a leading pass and right into the end zone for Henley. Excitement on the sidelines.
37-yard touchdown strike.
And that's a 37-yard touchdown.
So a one-handed catch by Justice Henley. Kelly McNamara enters for the point after.
And now McNamara to kick the extra point with Catanzaro holding, and a false start by the Panthers. And it looks like we'll have a redo for the extra point.
Dead ball, encroachment, defense. Hit the distance, try for point again.
So half the distance to the goal for the Knights. And they'll try again. As I was mentioning, Thomas the snapper, Catanzaro to hold, and McNamara to kick.
And McNamara with the kick. And it is good. North Penn now leads 35-0. Everyone wants to see this play. DePaul to Henley. One-handed catch and into the end zone. Awesome play there by Henley. And just an interesting fact, North Penn now on the scoreboard, 10:49 into the second quarter, and their first touchdown was 10:49 in the first quarter. So that's 2 early touchdowns.
So North Penn now up 35-0. And since they're up by 35 points in the second half, we will start into Mercy rule because of if they continue their 35-point advantage.
So they're just going to have to keep up this 35-point lead, and they could get to go home early tonight and also clinch the league championship. So that would be a double win for the Knights. Now the kickoff by McNamara.
And North takes it at the 10-yard line for the Panthers. Now cutting up midfield at the 30 and finally brought down at the 37-yard line.
Impressive return there by North.
Kick return by number 7, Eddie North. Number 16, Xavier Gorski with the tackle for North Penn. 27-yard kick return for Tennent.
And that's a 4th return by North. All of them have been over 20 yards in returns. So he's really been the one bright spot so far early on in the Panthers. In the Panthers lineup, that is, with 10:40 to go in this first half. 1st and 10, ball in the 37 for the Panthers.
The Panthers have got to get something going soon if they want to avoid mercy rule, and they've got 10 minutes and 40 seconds to do just that. The snap to Vierling, hands it off to Bragan, and just a few yards gained, it looks like.
Number 21, Sean Bragan with the carry for William Tennent. Gain of 5 on the play.
And a gain of 5 on the play brings up 2nd and 5 for William Tennent on the 42-yard line.
And early on, Bragan has been the only rusher for the Panthers. He has 8 rushes, and out of all 8 rushes, he only has 3 for a positive yardage, and he's up to 18 yards.
And Bragan again escapes the middle, and it looks like that's a first down for the Panthers.
So let's make that 9 rushes and 4 that are for positive yardage.
Gain of 6 yards on the play.
So first down for the Panthers.
For William Tennent.
Ball on the 48.
Let's check out the replay of this first down. Diving, able to get it, and really escapes the whole North Penn defense in the middle there to snag that first down, puts them on the 48. Snap to Vierling, looking for a man to pass. Will escape the pocket, trailing to his right. Pass right in the middle. And that pass was to Goods. Henley was right in with the pressure.
20, Joey Gallagher. Timeout.
And let's check out the replay. Looks like do an official measure here on the field.
Gain of 10 yards of the play. First down and 10 for William Tennent.
And that's a gain of 10, which will bring up first down for the Panthers.
And Vierling now has 16 passing yards for the Panthers. Gallagher with 10 with his first reception just prior.
Vierling is going to pass, and just out of the fingertips of Nick DeJesus.
And Gorski almost came up with the interception for the Knights. It was just a little too far away, and it lands incomplete. 2nd and 10, ball on the 42-yard line.
And Vierling jogging out to his offense. As you can see, DeJesus literally had it in his hands, but it's going to slip out. Gorski with the coverage there on the pass.
John Haynes was also late to the coverage also.
And he's going to fake the pass. And he hands it off. And that's Tom Santiago, who's able to gain some yards for the Panthers.
Here's the replay. Just trying to cut through the North Penn defense, and he's tackled just crossing the 40-yard line plane, getting to the 39.
Third down and 7 for William
Now
Tennent.
3rd down and 7 for the Panthers.
39.
And the snap to Vierling. Escapes the pocket. Gets the pass off out of bounds before he's brought down by Julian White.
Julian White doing a great job of applying the pressure on Vierling. Forced the pass, and the pass was just too far and incomplete. This brings up 4th down, ball on the 39.
4th down and 7 for William Tennent. From the North Penn, 39-yard line.
And it looks like they're going for it. 4th down and 7. Not too much to lose here as they are down 35-0. So this should be an interesting play. To Vierling, looking for the pass. Feels the pressure. And the pass to North in his hands, but just slips out. So North Penn will now pick up possession on their 39-yard line.
And that's a very difficult play for the Panthers. As you see here, Vierling just drops back, eventually tackled, but can't get the completion to North. But that would have been a 56-yard field goal because of 39 yards, 10-yard end zone, and 7 yards for the kicker. And then that's also a little too shallow for a punt. So they were really in a sticky situation, and they decided to go for it, and it did not convert. So North Penn takes over, ball on the 39 in their own territory.
And DePaul at quarterback. And the snap. He'll hand off. Looks like that's to Cartwright. And it looks like he passed the 50. Or excuse me, the 45.
Number 37, KJ Cartwright with the carry for North Penn.
See on the replay, Cartwright
Gain of 6 yards.
able to stay on his feet for a gain of 6.
66 rushing yards so far for Cartwright in just 6 carries.
And DePaul, handoff once again to Cartwright. And stop just before the 50.
It looks like he just had enough to get a 1st down for the Knights.
We'll check out the replay. Able to stay on his feet long enough to gain 5 yards and a 1st down.
1st and 10 for the Knights from the 50.
Now 1st and 10 from the 50. And snap to DePaul. Once again to Cartwright, who will go on the right side of the field this time. And after going horizontal, able to gain some yardage and then is forced out of bounds.
10 yards on the carry for Cartwright. And why not go back to him as he's had success running against the Panthers, as you see here rushing out to his right, using the stiff arm, and then finally cutting out of bounds at the 40. He now has 81 rushing yards so far for the Knights. Tremendous early game for North Penn overall and KJ Cartwright in particular.
And DePaul getting some last-minute instruction from Coach Beck and sprinting back out onto the field. North Penn looks excited for this play. And on the 40, DePaul, backwards pass. That was Cartwright with a huge run up the middle of the field.
And he gets another 1st down, about 14-yard carry for Cartwright.
Tackle by number 25, Chris Francis. Gain of 13 yards.
And there's a gain of 13 on the play.
First down.
Now on the Panthers' 27-yard line. The last 4 plays have all been to Cartwright. And DePaul.
What a nifty move there by Anthony Andrews as he cut up the middle of the field, hurdled a defender, and then tackled close to a first down for the Knights.
And great agility there by Andrews on the play with a gain of 10.
First down.
And Anthony Andrews, he doesn't see a whole lot of playing time because North Penn has a lot of good starters.
And a plethora of running backs.
And Anthony Andrews, he has 12 rushing yards and 51 reception yards so far.
And that was Cartwright with the run on that play.
Cartwright with the carry for North Penn. Gain of 2.
And a gain of 2 brings them to the 15.
8 for North Penn from the 15.
And I was saying with Anthony Andrews there, he really is the unspoken hero for the Knights as he has 63 all-purpose yards just coming off the bench. And as we see on almost every play, he has a good defensive play and a good defensive mindset as DePaul takes a snap.
And he's rolling back, makes the pass. And that was Andrews with the catch.
Pass is complete to number 4, Anthony Andrews.
Good reception between DePaul and Anthony Andrews for another reception.
And there's going to be a gain of 5 on the play. Let's take a look. Great catch there by Andrews. They're down in 3. And North Penn's offense is really shining right now. Huge plays back to back as they get set on the 10-yard line. And DePaul tracking to his right will make a pass in the end zone, and it is caught. Looks like that was Justice Henley for a 10-yard touchdown.
Touchdown, North Penn. Correction, number 5, Justice Henley.
And DePaul now has 183 passing yards early on in this first half. And that was a 10-yard touchdown pass to Henley. He now has 23 reception yards for Kelly McNamara now to kick the extra point. Line drive kick is good. North Penn currently up 42-0 over William Tennent.
And there have been 2 North Penn touchdowns. Here, let's take a look at that last one. We don't have to, actually. There have been 2 North Penn touchdowns in the second quarter. Both have been passes from DePaul to Henley. The first one, 37 yards, and this last one was 10 yards. And if North Penn keeps up what they have going right now, there will be mercy rule in the second half. And the defense has held up a shutout, and the marching band and the student section could not be happier.
It's now North Penn out to kick it away. Kelly McNamara to do so. 5:40 left in this half, 42-0. And here's the kickoff by McNamara. Received at the 10.
And that's Goods on the return. Just horizontal at the moment. And it looks like the ball is going to be on the 18-yard line where the Panthers will pick up possession.
From the 18.
And Vierling hands off to Bragan. And he'll be stuffed by the North Penn defense.
Number 21.
Let's
Sean
check out the
Frank
replay.
with the carry.
Owen Thomas with the initial tackle, and Julian White will help out.
Second down and 13 for the Panthers.
There's going to be a loss of 3 on the play. As you can see, Vierling there under center. Vierling fakes the handoff, a deep pass, and just a little bit too far in front of Armando Delgado. Excuse me, that was Jake Herbert.
Third down and 13 for William Tennent.
Now
From the
3rd down
15.
and 13 from the 15. And Vierling hands off to Goods.
And that was Owen Thomas with a good tackle there for a loss
21, Sean
for
Frank
the
with carry.
Panthers. Thomas's second tackle for a loss so far.
Loss of 5 on
As
the
you
play.
see,
Fourth
Bragan
down
tries to
and
cut to the
18
outside,
for
and
William
Thomas
Tennent
is all
from
over
the
him. A loss of 5 for the Panthers. That brings up 4th down, ball on the 10. And out of Bragan's 11 carries, 7 have been for negative yards, and he's now up to 16. A low punt there. Bounces to the 45, received by Gorski, and he's going to be tackled after a gain of about 2.
Punt return by number 16, Xavier Gorski. 33-yard punt for Dakota.
That's a 33-yard punt. So that means North Penn is going to pick up possession in Panthers territory on the 43.
First down and 10 for the Knights from the 42.
And DePaul fakes the handoff, run into his right, up the middle. This is going to be a big run for DePaul, approaching the 20-yard line where it looks like he's forced out of bounds.
23-yard gain for Steve DePaul on the run.
DePaul with the carry for North Penn. Gain of 23 yards on the play. Good for a North Penn.
Let's check out the replay. DePaul is able to find the hole right through the middle and then makes a beeline down the left.
From the 20.
With that 23-yard rush, DePaul now has 206 all-purpose yards so far for the Knights in this first half.
And DePaul is going to hand off to, that's David Riccardi going to his right, now cutting in. And that's good for a first down.
North Penn carry by number 25, David Riccardi.
Let's check out the replay. Riccardi cutting out wide and then immediately cutting in with the gain at 10 yards.
First down. First and goal for the Knights from the 10.
Now the Knights first and goal on the 10. Just about 3:20 left to go until halftime. DePaul passes back to Riccardi. Now he cuts up the middle. And the ball slips out of his hands, and we'll wait to see who comes up with it.
And Yanagawa for the Knights nearly got it, but it looks like William Tennent's on top of it, and they're going to take over at the 10.
As you can see, Riccardi able to find the hole back up the middle, and then he's met by 2 Panthers, which prompts the ball to fumble out of his hands. And that's North who's going to pop onto the ball. Yanagawa just a little bit too late. Now William Tennent taking possession on their own 10-yard line. And a pass.
And Veerling's pass slips out of the hands of North and incomplete.
That was intended for North. Just fell incomplete. Now 2nd down and 10 on their own 10-yard line. Just over 4 minutes left to go. And Veerling hands off to Bragan. And he's still on his feet, but that last tackle by Shamar Edwards is what is going to stop him. Just a short gain on the play.
And he had slipped through 2 tackles here on the replay. You can see there's a first tackle that he slips, loses the grasp of Jake Walton, and then he loses another tackle, and then Edwards comes in to take it over and tackle him.
So just a 6-yard gain on that play. William Tennent now 3rd and 4 on the 16. And the snap to Veering. Bragan has it, cuts up the middle.
That's going to be enough for a first down for the Panthers, as Bragan has finally gotten the opportunity to break free and get a first down for the Panthers. You see the replay, eventually tackled by Henley.
William Tennent now on the 28. Looks like Bragan had it once again.
Number 21, Sean Bragan with the carry. Loss of 1 on the play.
And there's going to be a loss on that play, bringing up 2nd down and 11.
From the 27.
And the cutting out to his right. Looks like he's going to go out of bounds as he's met by 3 Knights from all directions.
Carry by number 17, Mitchell Veerling.
And a gain of 5 on that play. Veerling.
And you see Veerling just having to cut out to the outside and then eventually swarmed by 3 North Penn defenders and taken down from every angle. And that forces a 3rd down and 6, ball on the 32, as we are under a minute till halftime, where we check back in with Eric to hear an interview with Coach Beck.
And Veerling to Bragan. Bragan cutting up the left side of the field.
Number 21, Sean Bragan with the carry for William Tennent.
And he's going to be brought down. Gain of 5, just 1 short of the first down.
And now under 20 seconds to go until halftime. The score 42-0, North Penn in the lead.
And we're approaching 5 seconds. Veerling with the ball, looking like he wants to pass. And he's able to make that complete pass to Jake Herbert.
Pass is complete to number 11, Jake Herbert. And that is the end of the first half here at Crawford
And that
Stadium.
does it for the first half here at Crawford Stadium. The score 42-0 Knights.
So a big turnout for North Penn in this first half. North Penn really came out strong, putting up 42 unanswered points against the Knights. And now we have Eric on the sideline with Coach Beck. Eric, take it away.
Oh, Coach Beck, how are you feeling with guys' performance tonight? You guys look great out there.
I think we're very focused. I'm pretty happy. How can you not be happy? 42-0.
Very good performance. What are you guys looking forward to in the second half? Anything to improve on?
I think we're going to get the young guys in and see if we can get them going. So, you know, we're looking for the future. So we want to get some guys on the field, get some experience.
All right, thank you very much for joining me, Coach Beck, and good luck in the second half.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Eric. Appreciate the sideline support. We're going to send it to a quick break. We'll be back shortly with some second half action between Knights and Panthers.
As many of you know, mental health, anxiety, depression, and teen suicide are prominent issues with our youth today. My name is Todd Bauer. I'm the principal at North Penn High School. Here at North Penn, we want our students to know that there are options for them and that suicide should never, ever be one of those options. North Penn High School, we want you to know that we are here for you and there are always options.
Whether you are sad or anxious or tired or exhausted or stressed, we are here for you. We are in your home office, we're in the classroom, and we're at after-school activities. We come to school every day because we care about you and we want you to become the best that we know that you can be.
We are here. We are here.
We are here with a variety of options and resources. We have a wealth of in and out of school counseling supports, services, and other options to help you navigate this challenging thing that we call life.
We are here.
We are here.
We are here to keep the facility clean and functioning so you can be proud of your school.
We are here.
We're here to keep you safe and support you, no matter the issue.
We are here. We are here to teach about content, skills, and life. We're here to prepare you for life outside this building. We are partners in your education.
We are here.
We are here to communicate information and to help the school run smoothly.
We are here.
We are here to care for you and to keep you healthy.
We are here.
We are here.
We are here.
We are here to listen.
We are here if you make a mistake.
We are here to help you with your schoolwork.
We are here.
We are here.
We are here for your well-being.
We are here for you to learn.
We are here.
We are here for you to achieve.
We are here. We are here for you to make a difference.
We are here.
We are here.
We are here.
We are here.
We are here for you to create.
We are here for you to have fun.
We are here for you to be challenged.
We are here for the laughs.
We are here for the tears.
We are here for all the good times.
We are here for you in all the bad times.
We are here because you matter.
We are here.
We are here to be your friend.
We are here.
We are here. Capiche?
We are here to make a difference.
We are here.
We are here because we care.
We are here to help, no matter what.
We are here.
We are here.
We are here.
We are here.
We are here. We are here.
We are here.
We are here for you.
We are here!
We have counselors available to help our school community. If you'd like to talk to a counselor, just let your teachers know and they will get you to your home office where counselors are prepared to support you. Please remember that we are all here for you.
Together, we can end the stigma of mental health and break the silence.
I'm as far as I can go now.
Welcome to your life. There's no turning back. We will find you acting on your best behavior. Turn your back on Mother Nature. Everybody wants to rule the world. Everybody wants to rule the
Hope is the thing with feathers.
Hope reaches the soul.
Hope sings the tune without words.
And hope never stops at all.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2017 North Penn Marching Knights.
Hello and welcome back into Crawford Stadium for second half action between Knights and Panthers. Knights currently up 42-0 over the Panthers, doing a great job holding them scoreless so far against the Panthers. Let's go through a quick recap of all the scores.
So the first touchdown was a long pass, 37 yards from DePaul to Catanzaro, right into the end zone, only a few minutes into the first quarter. And the next one was a handoff to Cartwright, who just punched it in 2 yards into the end zone, put him up 14-0. The next one, Henley was at the quarterback position, and he just ran 13 yards to the right into the corner of the end zone. And then the last scoring play of the first quarter, 2 yards, diving play by Cartwright. And that put them up 28-0. Then you'll see this highlight reel pass from DePaul to Henley, the one-handed grab, and he just continues the momentum into the end zone, 35-0. And then the last scoring play was another pass from DePaul to Henley, this one for 10 yards, put him up 42-0. And that is where we are right now, getting ready to start the second half.
And let's take over some stats for the first half. KJ Cartwright had 96 rushing yards, followed by Anthony Andrews, who had 12. And Anthony Andrews also had 56 reception yards. Catanzaro topping the receivers at 97, followed by Henley with 48. Steve DePaul also has 23 rushing yards, 183 passing yards for 206 all-purpose yards. So Steve DePaul had a great first half. We'll see who comes out here to start for the Knights in the second half as we start with a mercy rule in effect.
And that means that the clock will not stop except for injuries and timeouts.
We heard just prior to the half from Coach Beck that he was trying to put in some of his second stringers to get the young kids out onto the court, out on the field, and to get them some valuable varsity playing time under the lights at Crawford Stadium. And so let's throw it down to Eric Jesberger just to give a quick update on the sideline.
Yes, the atmosphere out here is great tonight. We got a lot of support from the fans, and obviously with a great score tonight, 42-0 as we head into the second half. The Knights are definitely holding down and showing that Crawford Stadium is their home turf.
Thanks,
Thank
Eric.
you, Eric.
Thank
We'll
you.
be sure to check back in with you later, see if we can grab some player interviews and see if we can grab some interviews after the game as well, maybe with Coach Beck. So thanks a lot, Eric. We'll be sure to check back in with you in just a bit. So North Penn, as Eric mentioned, up 42-0 to start this second half. North Penn did receive in the first half, so they will kick it away. Kelly McNamara to go out for the Knights.
And Kelly McNamara and her crew heading out onto the field to start the Mercy Rules second half. And as we mentioned earlier, if the Knights win this game, they get first place in the league. So that is definitely something that they were probably expecting, but it's still a great feat for the Knights. Now we await McNamara with the kickoff. And far to the right side of the field,
and we can see Colby Barrow warming up on the sideline, so it looks like he might be starting. It looks like Eric has Steve DePaul, the starting quarterback for the Knights. So we'll send it down to Eric.
Well, how are you doing tonight? Oh, you're having a great game tonight. How have you felt with your ball moving and passes?
We're getting really good protection up front, giving me a lot of time. I'm just making my reads and just trying to give my receivers a chance to make a play.
Yes, it's been great. How do you feel as you see a lot of support here tonight with the band, cheerleaders, and student section? What do you have to say for their support?
Well, we were playing for different cause tonight, so we knew that we had to execute and put on a good show for them. And I appreciate all the support, or we appreciate all their support.
All right, thank you very much for joining me, and thank you. Back up to you guys.
thank you so much, Eric. That was a great interview with DePaul. Nice to see some perspective on the field. They are playing today for a win, but also Childhood Cancer Night. So what a great answer there by quarterback Steve DePaul.
Yeah, between the both teams, we have 4 honorary captains, 3 from North Penn, 1 from William Tennent. It's a great cause in store as quarterback for Tennent takes the snap, quick screen pass out to his left. That was 17 Verling with the pass over to 11 Herbert. And it looks like we have an injury on the far sideline. That's Herbert.
And let's check out that replay. Herbert makes the catch, and then that's Kaleem Corbin along with others on the tackle. And somewhere along the lines over there, he got injured. And that pass resulted in a gain of 4 for the Panthers. That brings up 3 and 1. We're just going to take a quick pause for an injury, which did stop the clock. And now Vierling is going to give it to Bragan. Bragan able to get a few extra yards after the initial contact. It's going to be a gain of 5. Good for a first down. Now on the 50 is William Tennent. William Tennent getting ready to get set in formation. Just under 10 minutes left to go in the third quarter. And the snap to Vierling. To Bragan. A spin move around the Knights. And just a short gain by Bragan. And a short gain, actually no gain on the play. Still on the 50. As you can see, escapes with a spin move. And then surrounded by 5 North Penn Knights for no gain. Now 2nd and 10, still on the 50, are the Panthers. And that is Bragan again, immediately stopped and for a loss.
And with his pause on the field, we're going to throw it back down to Eric on the sideline, who's with KJ Cartwright, the starting running back for the Knights.
Oh, yeah, we're down here, and another great job tonight by you as well. What do you have to say about the support here tonight from the fans?
Well, the support was great. It was a good cause for childhood cancer, so it was good to see that.
And also, what was some of the goals coming from Coach to the locker room staff?
Just run the ball hard and pass early.
All right, thank you for joining me. Have a great night, and thank you. Throw it back up.
Thank you, Eric. Now back on the field. Looks like another rush by Bragan for a gain of 5 yards.
And Cartwright, the interviewee from Eric, he has 96 rushing yards, so he definitely put in quite a performance for the home crowd tonight. So 4th and 5 after the 5-yard gain by Bragan on the 45-yard line.
And a back pass to Bragan, trying to cut up the middle, and overwhelmed by the Knights.
And that's going to be a turnover on downs as he failed to get to the first down marker. Knights take over.
The Knights are going to take over at their own 45-yard line.
Turnover on down. First down and 10 for the Knights from the 45.
As you can see there, just stuffed. And here at quarterback, we're going to have Colby Barrow, his first time entering the game tonight.
Number 14, Colby
Steve
Barrow.
DePaul taking the rest, as well as many of the other starters. They put in quite the performance, putting up 42 unanswered points, and Colby Barrow enters the game.
And he's going to hand it off to Gorski. Gorski coming up the left, able to escape a tackle, and is going to be tackled out of bounds.
Xavier Gorski. Gain of 15 yards.
As you can see on the replay, Gorski is going to escape the first man and just keep going until he's forced out of bounds.
That was 15 yards for Gorski on the carry. Good performance by him. And Xavier Gorski, he's really done a good job running the ball for the Knights. He doesn't see a lot of playing action, but when he does, he always comes through for the Knights.
And a flag on the play. I think it's important we mention Colby Barrow's only a sophomore, and to be getting some playing time in on a North Penn varsity team is very good for
Full start.
Colby Barrow.
Blue.
And
Still first down.
a third false start on the Knights of the night. Going to push him back 5 yards onto the 50.
From the 45.
Excuse me, they're going to be on the 45. brings up 1st and 15. And the snap to Barrow. Noah Fox running up the middle.
Carry by number 84, R.J. McNamara.
Excuse me, that's R.J. McNamara. And it's going to be a gain of 8.
Gain of 8 yards on the play. 2nd down and 7 for the Knights from the 37.
North Penn now gets ready for 2nd and 7 on the Panthers 37. And the snap.
And Gorski once again with the carry for the Knights.
Number 16, Xavier Gorski.
See that replay. Tries to go right up the middle and is taken down there by Aladinov.
3rd down and 6 for the Knights from the 36-yard stripe.
And a gain of 1 puts him on the 36. 3rd and 6. And Barrow to Gorski. Gorski once again tries the middle, this time more successful.
And he loses the football with the fumble recovered by the Panthers.
Fumble on the play is recovered by William Tennent.
Looks like William Tennant's going to take over inside their own 5-yard line.
Let's check out that replay. He's feeling pressure from behind him, and it's from behind him. The ball slips out of his hands and goes rolling. And then Santiago will pick it up, and he stays on his feet with the football in his hands.
Delgado stripped Gorski from behind, forcing the fumble, and William Tennant takes over.
1st and 10 for William Tennent.
1st and 10, ball on the 2-yard line for the Panthers rather.
And the Panthers getting set. Snap to Vierling. Hands off. Hands off to
William Tennant carry by number 15, Dawson Pearson.
That's Dawson Pearson with the carry. And it's actually Kip Mooney who's now in at the quarterback position for the Panthers.
Gain of 6 on the play. 2nd down and 4 for William Tennant from the 8.
Well, that's a gain of 6, bringing them to the 8-yard line. 2nd and 4. And Kip under center. Kip fakes the handoff, rolling out to his left, now to his right, throws deep, and that throw is just past Drew Gressley. Incomplete pass from Kip. Brings up 3rd and 4, still on the 8. And the clock has been rolling right now. We're at 2:54. Let's check out the replay. You'll see him track left, decide to track right, and then throw it up the center, just past Gressley. And snap to Kip. Hands off to Dawson Pearson. It looked like another fumble picked up by Cartwright. Excuse me, that's not Cartwright. Recovered by Nick Coach.
So both teams trade a fumble. North Penn comes out with possession, and they're within the red zone. Ball on the 17-yard line.
So that's 2 fumbles by both teams, extremely close to each other, and then recovered by the other one. So now North Penn gains possession in perfect position. They're on the 17.
1st and 10 for North Penn from the 17.
And Barrow still out there at the quarterback position. Barrow is going to hand it off. And that's R.J. McNamara who's going to run it up the middle for a touchdown.
17-yard touchdown grab for McNamara. He now has 25 rushing yards on the contest.
And that was R.J. McNamara. And now we're about to see Kelly McNamara for the extra point. Back-to-back McNamaras. 142. McNamara with the kick. And it's good. North Penn now leads 49-0. Let's see that touchdown once again. R.J. McNamara runs straight through the middle, past 3 Panthers, and strolls into the end zone.
McNamara is a sophomore for the Knights, so it's good to see him getting some valuable playing time for him to be a strong asset to the Knights next season.
Right here at Crawford Stadium, North Penn versus Abington, next Friday night, October 27th.
So now Kelly McNamara will go out to kick it for the Knights to resume action with 1:42 left in the third quarter.
And I believe we have Eric on the sidelines with AJ Catanzaro. And Eric, take it away.
And you've been having a great game out there. How have you felt with your team performance throughout the game?
It was good. I mean, I feel like we were led by our defense, and then our offense kind of, capitalized on our defense. So it was good overall, I feel.
And with such a great kicker tonight, as you had plenty of touches with Kelly McNamara kicking with extra points, how have you felt with the bond between you two throughout the season?
It was good. I mean, we practice every day, after practice, especially with Evan, too, with the snapping. So, I mean, it's been going well. Hopefully we can, keep it consistent in the playoffs.
All right, thank you very much for joining me, and good luck in those playoffs. Thank you, AJ. We'll throw it back up.
Thanks, Eric. Appreciate the sideline comments and the interview with AJ Catanzaro. As we mentioned earlier, as we just came back from halftime, AJ has 97 receiving yards, including one 37-yard touchdown. And that's a great performance by Catanzaro as William Tennent looks to take over in Knights territory.
The snap to Kip out of his hands, almost picked up there by North Penn on the ground, and it's recovered by North Penn.
That's 32, Eric Laughlin with the recovery for the Knights.
Fumble on the snap, fumble recovery by number 32, Eric Laughlin. First and 10 for North Penn.
And so just like that, North Penn back on the field with their offense to start. With just under a minute to go in the third quarter, 1st and 10, ball on the 46-yard line.
And time is running out. Surprised that North Penn gets another chance at their offense. But great experience for Colby Barrow. I'm sure he's excited. And Barrow under center, passing back. And that was D'Angelo Hill.
Carried by number 82, A.J. Daniels. Fumble on the play.
Excuse me, A.J. Daniels not able to get too far on the field.
By William Tennent.
Just a gain of 1 on that play.
That's the end of the third quarter here at Crawford Stadium.
And that's going to end the third quarter here at Crawford Stadium as we had a rolling clock because of mercy rule. And in the third quarter, the Knights were able to snag 1 touchdown, 17-yard rush by R.J. McNamara. And we've had some great commentary from Eric down on the sidelines with a bunch of players. So it's great to see some extra perspectives on the field from the people who are actually on it. All right, so we did have 1 touchdown in the third quarter. Let's take a look. That's R.J. McNamara straight up the middle, passes through so many defenders and just strolls into the end zone. And that was North Penn's only touchdown in the third. That is why we are at 49-0 here at Crawford Stadium. And as you can see on the sidelines, some young kids we haven't seen too much this season are getting a lot of playing time tonight, as the Knights currently have shut out William Tennent.
And Daniels actually fumbled on the last play of the third quarter. William Tennent takes over.
Long pass, just too long there. Kip intended for Nick Zisk.
Kip Mooney's pass is incomplete. Intended for number 14, Nick Zisk.
And you can already tell William Tennent looking to take some chances with these long passes, as they don't have too much to lose, down 49 points with a rolling clock. And Kip is going to hand it off. And running up the left side, looks like he's got the end zone, but North Penn comes in with the tackle. That was Alex Katridis keeping him from the end zone. And the run there by Pearson. Pearson looked to have a clean shot straight to the end zone.
Gain of 34 yards on the play.
But Alex Katridis was not having any of it. Came in with the late block, keeping him from ruining North Penn's shutout so far.
Pearson now has 40 rushing yards in this second half since he's entered the game for the Panthers.
And Kip running straight through the middle, and it takes a few, but finally brought down by the Knights.
Number 1, Kip Mooney with the keeper for William Tennent.
That's good for a gain of 7, the run by Kip.
3 for the Panthers from the 6.
Second and third. Kip going out to his offense. And snap to Kip. Looking for his receivers. He's going to go up the middle. And inching towards the end zone, 6 Knights in the area are going to keep him from it. Let's take a look at that replay. A great angle there by North Penn Television as you see him come up the middle, inching towards the end zone, and it's going to take 6 Knights to keep him from doing so. Now on the 3-yard line, after that 3-yard gain by Kip.
From 3.
Brings up first and third.
Now has 10 rushing yards just on the past 2 carries for the Panthers.
Snap to Kip. Fakes the handoff to Pearson, tries to run up the middle. And it's hard to tell from this angle, but it doesn't look like he made it into the end zone. Awfully close. Let's take a look at the replay. Fakes the handoff up the middle. And nope, not able to get into the end zone. Looks like we're on the 1-yard line.
Second and goal from the 1.
Now only 1 yard away from the end zone. Kip gives it to Pearson, and Pearson able to step into the end zone.
By number 15, Dawson Pearson. Touchdown, William Tennent.
And Pearson and the Panthers finally strike the board with 8:32 left in the fourth quarter. 49-6 now the score.
And it's a 1-yard touchdown rush by Pearson.
And Werity to go to kick the extra point. Kick is up and good. And right now we have Eric Jesperger on the sideline with number 8, Shamar Edwards, to talk about the North Penn defense.
Oh, thank you. I'm with Shamar. You had a great night tonight. How do you feel about the defensive execution, especially tonight, along with the overall season?
I feel like we played great. I feel like we picked our defense intensity up a lot since week 1.
And what were some of the goals you and along with the other players have set for this season, leading up to also tonight as we reach the end of the regular season?
Just to play hard, just to go harder and get stops, get our offense the ball.
All right, thank you very much for joining me, and good luck in the playoffs. Thank you. Back.
Thank you, Eric. These interviews are making the game so much more interesting. Awesome to have a sideline reporter with us tonight, as we've been able to talk to so many players that have been on the field.
So it's great to hear their insight into how their game, their execution, their plays, all that and more, how they are executing so far in this game. It's always great to have the players' mindset on the field, and we even had Coach Beck before halftime. So thanks to Eric for bringing us everything down on the field.
And Warity getting ready to kick it off. 8:30 on the clock. A deep kick. And they're going to let it go out of bounds.
So North Penn will start at the 40-yard line as the kick goes out of bounds.
First down and 10 for North Penn.
Kick out of bounds. North Penn take the ball, 1st and 10, 35-yard line.
North Penn's picking up the ball on their own 35. 8:30 on the clock. And Barrow still out there for the Knights. And Barrow is going to hand it off. Actually, he faked the handoff, rolling out to his right. Still on his feet. And it's going to take 3 Panthers to bring him down after escaping 2 blocks.
Colby Barrow with the keeper for North Penn.
As you can see, Colby escaping the first block, escaping the second block, and finally brought down by 3. With a gain of 16 on the play for Colby Barrow. Now on the 40, William Tennent 49, the Knights. And Barrow hands it off. That's Justin DiPietro on the carry, right up the middle. Looks like it's just short of the first down. And Ryan Pfizer now in the quarterback position for the Knights. And a handoff up the middle again. DiPietro.
DiPietro now has 14 yards on the night. Barrow exits with 15 rushing yards for the Knights.
And the handoff.
North Penn carry by number 18, Josh McCool.
And that's Josh McCool with the carry, his first carry of the night. And a gain of 9 for McCool.
Down and 1 for Knights for the 26.
Now on the Panthers' 26-yard line. Pfizer. The handoff to McCool once again. A spin move, second spin move, and finally brought down by tackle from behind. That was Caesar Boya. Again, a 14 for Boya. The snap to Pfizer. And McCool brought down, as you can see, 2 Panthers, taking him back pretty far. Still again a 2 on the play.
And McCool now has 11 rushing yards in the game, and North Penn has utilized 8 different running backs here in the second half so far.
And Pfizer is going to hand it off. And just stuffed right up the middle.
Number 83, Justin DePietro.
And that was DePietro. Let's check out the replay. That's DePietro going right up the middle for a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5 on the 7-yard line.
DePietro now has 17 rushing yards for the Knights. 49-7 the score. North Penn in the lead with 3:42 left in this game.
Pfizer handing it off. It's Boya.
North Penn carried by number 13, Cesar Boya.
And again, a 6 on the play. It's going to bring the Knights to the 1-yard line.
First down and goal for the Knights.
And denied an end zone entrance. McCool. And a loss of 2 on that play. As you can see, McCool just pushed back. Pfizer hands off to Boya, going horizontal, trying to cut up the middle now. And pushed out of bounds.
And Boya did a great job of staying up above the ground and not being tackled after the defender split immediately. There you see the spin move by Boya. Stayed on his feet after the defender cut through the offensive line, and Boya just gets back to the line of scrimmage before being pushed out of bounds.
And there's a loss of 2 on the play. 3 and 5. Pfizer's going to run it himself. And it looks like he might have been out of bounds just before the end zone.
And if we can ask, here's a replay. Pfizer cutting to the left side of the field and then has to jump out of bounds just prior to the end zone. And if we can ask our camera crew to get a quick shot of the sideline, we have Ryan Cody and Ryan Laird getting the Gatorade buckets ready. As North Penn, we mentioned, could clinch ticket into the playoff, and here they go, dumping the Gatorade on Coach Beck. And Coach Beck didn't see that one coming as North Penn celebrates a 49-7 victory with 30 seconds left. Looking to strike here on 4th and goal, 4th and 2 for the Knights. And a QB sneak and into the end zone and make that 56-7. North Penn in lead as long as they make this extra point attempt. And you see Coach Beck driving the Gatorade bucket dumped on him, celebrating their victory and clinched of a playoff berth. Here's a replay for the touchdown by the Knights. Just sneaking in with a 2-yard sneak by Pfizer. And here's the extra point attempt. It's up, and it's good by a mile, 56-7 now the score. 20 seconds left in this game. North Penn leading 56-7.
Good luck to the North Penn Marching Knights this weekend as they head to Westchester University for the next competition. Good luck, Marching Knights.
And what a great game by North Penn tonight. Almost a shutout, the score 56-7. Awesome offensive showing of the Knights tonight at Crawford Stadium. And all smiles from Coach Beck. Surprisingly, he must be pretty cold down there. Just got some Gatorade dumped on him.
And it looks like teammates have another one in their hand on the near sideline. We'll see if it happens again. And there's the kick by McNamara. Touched by a William Tennent player, then taken by Goods. And another coach had the Gatorade dumped on him as well as North Penn celebrates the victory over William Tennent with clock rolling as we approach 5 seconds left. And that's going to wrap up this game, 56-7, your final, as time expires here at Crawford Stadium. You see Coach Beck walking out to the field, and we're going to take a look at the highlights for the games, all the scoring recaps.
All right, let's take a look at the scoring recaps. In the first quarter, a pass from DePaul leading Catanzaro into the end zone gave the Knights their first points of the night. And then it was KJ Cartwright with a 2-yard rush right into the end zone, extending the lead 14-0. And then they actually put Justice Henley in at quarterback, and he ran into the end zone just 13 yards, staying in right there at the corner. And then the last scoring play of the first quarter, diving play by KJ Cartwright into the end zone, able to get the ball over the line. And then in the second quarter, a long pass from DePaul to Henley, a highlight reel play right here, the one-handed catch from Henley into the end zone for 37 yards. And then another pass from DePaul to Henley in the second quarter will put the Knights up 42-0. That was a 10-yard pass. In the third quarter, we had one scoring play. It was R.J. McNamara who found the hole right up the middle of the field for a 17-yard rush into the end zone. And then we'll see this play. That's Pearson just walking into the end zone, really. And then the last scoring play of the night was a QB sneak from Pfizer, 1 yard into the end zone. And that does it for scoring plays here tonight. The final score, 56-7. And as you can see, Coach Beck talking to his team, the Knights, who are now league champions after tonight's game.
And North Penn was led by KJ Cartwright, 96 rushing yards. Steve DePaul had 206 all-purpose yards and threw 9 for 13 on the night. Catanzaro led reception yards, 97 for him. Over on the other side, for the Panthers, Bragan had 42 rushing yards. North Penn defense really did well stopping him on most of the plays. And then Veerling had 16 passing yards. And North, that was Eddie North. He did a great job returning the ball. He had 4 returns for over 20 yards for the William Tennent Panthers as they topped North Penn. As North Penn topped the Panthers 56-7. You see a good student section turnout here on Childhood Cancer Awareness Nights at Crawford Stadium. We'll see if we can send it down to Eric in just some time to get a interview with Coach Beck, who's on the sideline for a player.
And I'm sure Coach Beck is going to be swarmed after this game like he normally is by the press. So hopefully Eric can get in there and snag him before someone else does.
In the meantime, we'll go through some more stats. Bowski had a couple rushes. Justice Henley had the only interception for the Knights. And then Anthony Andrews had 12 rush yards, 56 reception yards. David Riccardi had 10 rushing yards. Gorski had 16. DePaul had 23. And DePaul also had 183 reception yards. And now Eric has Coach Beck on the sideline. Let's take it away, Eric.
Oh, Coach Beck, first of all, congratulations on a great win, playoff berth, and also, as I'm sure you know, first place in the conference. How are you feeling tonight after the victory?
I'm real happy with the kids. I thought the focus was right where we wanted to be tonight. I thought we were crisp and sharp, and we need to continue the upward spiral. We got to keep going up, getting better each week, and I hope they take that to heart.
And as you move into the playoffs, what are some of the goals you set for your team, along with probably no changes along with the season? Any new goals set?
Well, the normal goals are win the league championship, then win the District 1 championship, and see if we can get the state championship. So, we got the league championship. Now our focus is going to be on Abington next week and then into the playoffs and see how deep we can go.
All right, well, thank you very much for joining me, and congratulations once again. We'll send it back up. Thank you for joining me, Coach Beck.
All right, great.
Thanks, Eric, and Coach Beck. Appreciate all your insight throughout the night on the sideline. And that's going to wrap up our coverage here at Crawford Stadium. For the entire North Penn television crew, I'm Jake Loberg alongside of me and East Gardesi. And down on the field, Eric Jessberger saying so long, and we'll see you next time here on North Penn Television.